minutes late.
Well, yeah, okay, I think that's a new record. I try
Yeah,
to pride myself on being like right on the minute, not even 30 seconds late. So I guess there's time for a new record to be on
yeah,
the
yeah.
minute. So, but okay, now that we're here, welcome everybody to Web Tools TV. On this edition, time flies. I have to actually look at my computer. What is this date? Okay, March 11th, 2015. Now we've time stamped it. Tonight we have a special guest, and we had so much fun with technical difficulty. I have not even had the privilege to meet this gentleman. So you're seeing reality TV here, right on WebTools TV. So that said, I don't want to butcher your last name, Dennis Kashkin. Did I get that correct, Dennis?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
good,
me. Hello.
good. From BoardBooster. So go ahead, introduce yourself and your tool.
Sure. I'm Dennis. I'm the founder of BoardBooster, and BoardBooster is simply a tool for serious Pinterest users that helps them succeed, and that helps, I hope, helps make Pinterest a better place. It's not a single tool. It's probably a collection of tools. Currently, about 4 or 5 of them, but the plan is to grow a lot bigger.
Well, I use BoardBooster, and I personally love it, but I don't think I use all three. I just use the main. Okay, this is what a numbnut I am. That's why you're here to describe your tool. But I use the part where you can put it to like invisible boards. And
Okay.
then that part, you have two. You have like analytics. You have all kinds of fun stuff, don't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to grow it as quick as I can, and it's also very much customer driven. My target customer is bloggers that care about Pinterest. So I have thousands of bloggers using BoardBooster already, and I'm trying to listen to their needs and build tools for them as fast as I can. That's about it.
So, are you a programmer and you're actually building this?
Oh yeah. I've been coding for over 20 years now. So I'm a programmer and I'm also a serial entrepreneur because I love building web applications, and then I love building good businesses, basically startups around them. So this is probably my 5th or 6th venture, depending on what you count.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, it's fun.
Because when I signed up for BoardBooster, I think you just had the two, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this one tool down, and then I went back, and it's like now there's three. I mean, it's like they keep popping up like little
Oh yeah.
children.
Yeah, I'm Board Booster is about like 4 months old or 5 months old, and I'm definitely trying to launch a new tool every month because my list of ideas is just getting longer. I can't just sit on it, right? So yeah, it's getting beefier and beefier. That's good.
So you must be a really active Pinterest or pinner or whatever the
Oh
term
yeah,
is in
yeah.
order
That's
to be developing this.
that's how it started. I got hooked on Pinterest myself. I'm a big fan. I think it's remarkable what they do on mobile. Basically, just discovering great content without leaving the app with browsing experience that's a lot smoother than what you get if you try to Google up a lot of things. I'm just overall a huge fan of Pinterest, and I started building my own boards, and it helped me discover that I care about so many different things. And before I knew it, I started spending a lot of time just taking care of my boards and curating content. And then because I'm a technologist in heart, I started seeing some problems that nobody's solving, but they can be solved with technology, and I just couldn't resist to start building some tools. And of course, bloggers is another passion of mine. I just love helping bloggers, and that was a no-brainer to pick my first target customer, and I started building tools for myself and for bloggers, and that's still going strong. I'm technically in beta. As a matter of fact, I have some hesitations about going on this interview because I haven't done any real announcements yet. I think I'm a little bit too early. There's still some things that are rough around the edges. I try to get feedback and polish things up before I start getting loud. But nevertheless, it sounds like a fun opportunity to reach some more people and tell them some of the board booster story.
Well, Dennis, I think you're a little too late as far as not being. I mean, I realize you're beta, but the problem is we're getting so excited about the tool that we're out there using it, whether we're supposed to be using it or not. I think I heard about it from Holly Homer. She
Okay. Yeah,
mentioned it from
I know
our.
Holly.
Yeah, so I had to go to, and she's really active in the blogging
Yeah.
community.
That's the thing, bloggers, if they like something, they don't sit quiet, right? They make sure all their friends know about it. And honestly, I don't have a single day without getting a new testimonial or a bunch. It's just, new people come from everywhere, and for the most part, they seem to like what I'm doing. So I'm very pleased.
I do. I was looking for something. We all have interesting schedules. We have interesting, constraints, and we may love to spend 24/7 on Pinterest, but we can't. So, you sit down there and you have like an hour of pinning, but then you think, I'm flooding everybody with all
Yeah.
these pins. I want to spread them out. And that was the main reason why I started looking for a tool, and I found BoardBooster. And the idea that I can load like an invisible board that will just kind of, I don't know what you call it, sprinkle them out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's probably the very first thing that I did. Um, Basically, Board Booster idea came to me when Pinterest removed the limitation on how many secret boards you can have, and I figured, hey, uh, I'm not one of those people that have free time every day to sit and pin,
Hmm.
but I can definitely make time once a week and do a lot of curation during that time, and I wanted to spread those pins over the rest of the week so that my account stays active. And I tried to use some other tools that were on the market, and they all work fine. It's just they push you to stop pinning. To me, there's a difference between scheduling and pinning, right? You pin with native Pinterest tools, and somehow that process is fun. You don't live Pinterest when you pin. And when you schedule, you have to live Pinterest and use some third-party website that feels more like enterprise software than a fun little app. I personally, I really like the Pinterest app, and I want to do as much as possible without leaving that app. So what I did in Board Booster is I created a way for people to spread their pins over time without leaving the native Pinterest app or website. And the only trick I use there is secret boards. Instead of posting 100 pins a time to your public boards, you add them to your secret boards, and then Board Booster will take them from there and gradually publish them to your real boards over the course of the next few days or a month, if you like. So it kind of made my schedule a lot more flexible and allowed me to be more active on Pinterest. And then I found that, hey, there's quite a few bloggers that have some of the same needs. Why not open it up to the public?
That makes a lot of sense. I love how you describe that because I know there's not a lot of tools, but there's some where you can schedule a pin. And I'd be at that point, and you're right, it kind of takes the fun out of it because it's like, oh wait, I shouldn't say that. Well, I know I did say that. No. But it's like, all right, what time do I schedule this pin for? I don't know. I just want to share it, and I don't want to dump 100 pins at one time. So you're really addressing the fun aspect of Board Booster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was an obvious feature, but then I just, the more I'm spending time talking to successful pinners, I'm learning about more strategies that they use and trying to automate more. But more importantly, I'm coming to realize that it's success on Pinterest really starts with quality, and I now have a real mission to try and help people that care about quality to achieve much better quality of their boards and their pins. And if you like a simple example, I built a tool like I'm calling Pin Doctor that just brutally tests every pin that you have. And the problem I'm trying to solve there is, what can be more frustrating than clicking on a pin and getting a page not found error? Well,
Good point.
I know what can be more frustrating. The most frustrating thing is when you click on the pin and then wait a minute, and then you get a huge page that doesn't quite look like what you wanted to see, and you start scrolling through it looking for the exact recipe that you were trying to find, and it's not there. And that problem is quite common, believe it or not. About 6% of pins that I analyzed don't quite take you to what you expected to get. So one of the reasons is a lot of people pin images from URLs that are not permalinks.
Okay.
Say some blog has a new post on the front page, and you pin it, and then a couple of months later, that blog post is no longer there. It's replaced with newer content. So your link became invalid, although technically speaking, it's a link that still works and kind of takes you to the right blog, but you don't easily find this stuff that you found on Pinterest and wanted to read more about. So that's what Pin Doctor does. It actually finds all pins that have problems like broken links or links to irrelevant pages, duplicate content. If you've been pinning for a while, you probably forgot that you already pinned something, and pins that just don't have very high quality images and stuff like that. So a lot of people are using Pin Doctor and getting much better quality as a result. And
That's
if you
brilliant.
Oh, thanks.
It is.
Yeah, I like this. It's I'm finding that some of my best customers are they really take pride in their boards, and they're spending a lot of time. They want their collections to be top quality, and there's so much that technology can help here.
That would take so much time. The factors that you're checking, that would take so much time for these huge boards.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge pinner, but I've got some boards that are maybe 500 pins. I can't go through 500 pins manually and make sure.
Yeah. And believe it or not, pinners that have good influence, they have a lot more than 500 pins. On average, I believe.
I'm just a little pinner.
I believe if you look at people with 10,000 followers or more, they actually have more than 20,000 pins on average. That's incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it is.
I'll give you another example. We're talking about quality. I just recently added a tool that helps with quality of group boards. And in my opinion, group boards is one of the best features of Pinterest because it's unique. No other social network has quite the same concept. And yet it's kind of neglected. I see a lot of group boards that are over spammed or just don't have good consistent topic, or there's like numerous issues. And I started talking to a lot of group board owners, and what I learned is it's a massive chore to be babysitting successful group boards because they attract a lot of contributors, and your contributors, hopefully most of them are doing a good job, but still you have to do so much babysitting to weed out people that are not helping your board. And so if you go to BoardBooster today, there's actually a free feature that monitors all your contributor activity and gives you a bunch of analytics. You can basically rank your contributors based on volume, based on average performance of their pins, based on degree of repetitiveness. Are they pinning the same stuff over and over again or not? And you can kind of quickly see all the pins that every contributor added to your board lately. So for an owner of group board, it's suddenly a lot easier, a lot more sane to have a bunch of boards that are actually at a good level of quality, because you can easily identify your high-value contributors and separate your people that are just trying to spam your board. So I'm already, yeah, that's probably like a week or two old, and I see the kind of people that use it. They're some of the most successful group board owners on Pinterest, and I hope I'm gonna help them in a bigger way when the new version of this tool comes out. Yeah, I'm very excited about that, because I think group boards, if you solve the quality problems there, it's huge.
I think pretty soon your name is gonna be like a household term. At least connected with Pinterest. Like, of course, it's Dennis, the man. He solves all the Pinterest issues. Because if you're creating a new tool like every month, and already I'm not seeing the tools that you describe. I'm not seeing them out there. Maybe I'm not spending enough time searching for Pinterest tools, but not like you can go look for Twitter tools, Facebook tools, all these other. There's quite a few tools out there. It seems like you've got kind of a space of your own to some extent.
Well, there's quite a few vendors in this space, and actually, that's one of the things that I love about Pinterest. The ecosystem is very friendly and tied. I regularly talk to CEOs of most other tool vendors. It's just everybody has different perspective, so I don't even see us as competitors. We're just trying to solve slightly different aspects from different angles, and results are very different. So there's so much to do here. Everybody's going to have full plate for. Yeah.
A nice happy place. I love that, a happy ecosystem. That's really good. So how do people find you?
Well, it's BoardBooster.com, and we're very small. If you just email support@BoardBooster.com, I personally get all those emails, and I try to be really good at answering them too.
You are. We wouldn't have connected tonight if it hadn't been for good old-fashioned email, so that came in handy.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Dennis, so much for joining us and telling us about BoardBooster. Guys, when you're done watching this, you need to go over there and sign up. I use it, and I'm trying not to have an opinion, but I do, and I think it's a great tool. I love it.
Thank you, Deborah. It's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Sure thing. All right, everyone. We'll see you same time, except actually on time, next week on WebTools TV. Thank you.
Bye-bye.